How's it going, everybody? Today we're hopping into the Octofinals Group 3. We got Game Slot, Zango, Ananias Wellington, Gus, Bertram Boer, and Zareki. And they have already booted up the lobby here. We're on United States Midwest. I believe we have 2 players from this group advancing into the final round, if I'm not mistaken. I don't recall if it's points or winners advanced, but actually, never mind. This is Octofinals, so so we still have a little bit of ways to go before we get to the final round. All right. In the first seat, we got Game Slot. In the second, we got Bertram the Boar. And then sharing his screen and sitting in the third seat is Zareki. Zareki's also hosting the match. So this is the first time I've seen the U.S. Midwest map. It's very open. It really just looks like, well, the Midwest section of the United States Advanced map. Um, the only kind of like chokes or pockets are up in the Great Lakes region there. There are enough bonuses for players to perhaps go for one. I have my 3-month-old little girl casting the game with me, but she's probably going to be doing more eating than talking. Or I guess in her case, babbling and fussing. In the fourth seat, we have Ananias Wellington. I'm probably pronouncing Ananias wrong. It's either Ananias or Ananias. Ananias is playing as pink. Unfortunate roll there. Loses 3 on a 2. Some awful dice. Gonna try for the 2v1. Succeeds in the 2v1. We'll see if pink is allowed to hold that bonus to recoup some of the troops he just lost. Then we got orange. I think orange is Zago. Excuse me. All right, I think Zareki's adjusting names and colors right now because I see we have 2 Bertrams in the host chair. We got 2 Zarekis in the yeah, we're getting it switched around. All right, yeah, Zango is in the 5th seat, playing as orange. Thanks, Zareki, for keeping all that straight. And since Zareki's the one sharing his screen, he's not like stream sniping or anything. um, Gus, in the 6th and final seat, he goes ahead and grabs the North Dakota bonus. Gonna be neighbors with pink. Meanwhile, Zango on his turn took Wisconsin. So a lot of people know Wisconsin for the cheese over in Green Bay, but another fun fact about Wisconsin: Wisconsin has 10 or 15, I think, of the most drunkest counties in the United States of America. So uh, if you want something to wash down that cheese with, head over to Wisconsin. They will have your poison for you. Welcome in, Tanner. Zango wins easy. In the 5th seat, it's doable. I kind of like Zareki or, uh, well, I would say Ananias, but Ananias has to come back here. So we do see some more bonus takes happen. Game Slot takes Nebraska, Bertram takes Illinois, and Zareki's going to settle in over in Indiana. What makes a county defined as drunk? I think it was just alcohol consumption. Like these are the counties that have the highest rate of alcohol consumption. Um, I don't remember how they measured that, whether it was beer purchases or uh, DUI police stops. But describing that as drunk is a little bit more salacious than most alcohol consumption. So he's gonna win because he's Zango. Okay. All right. So there are enough bonuses for uh, for a second bonus to be taken, but that would only leave 1 bonus as a trade pocket. Stay away from Wisconsin roads at night. Um, Yeah, yeah, I suppose. Though I think Wisconsin, they get so drunk that nobody's driving. They just pass out in the bar and they don't even drive home. So you might be okay because of deer. Yeah. All right. Game slot looking a tad fishy. The players in the third last seats there, fourth, fifth, and sixth, they all had their bonuses on turn one, and the other three players took their bonuses on turn two. I believe Wisconsin is just amount of beer drank and not DUIs. Okay. Appreciate the clarification, Crackle. As always, keeping me straight. In my opinion, Wisconsin does have good beer. I have visited once on a business trip, um, and I can't. It was a while ago. I can't remember exactly what the local beer was that I tried, uh, but I remember liking it. So, okay, so we do see Game Slot start the drive for second bonuses, and he goes ahead and grabs Iowa. Bertram is going to follow his lead and take Ohio. So so fun fact about Ohio, I actually have a few. Um, Ohio is simultaneously the place where the most astronauts come from. The most American astronauts were born and raised in Ohio. And I believe Ohio has the worst, or was impacted the worst by the opioid crisis. Um, and then the third fun fact is Ohio is the state that yours truly was born in. I don't know how fun you guys think that is, but I don't think it's all that fun because I'm not an astronaut and I never got addicted to opiates. Is Wisconsin the cheese place? Yes, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Um, the Packers are known for like the cheeseheads. Ohio, so Skibbity. Yeah, Skibbity, Ohio, right? I can't follow what the kids say anymore. Something about Skibbity toilet, Skibbity, Ohio, Skibbity. Like I don't know what Skibbity means. All right, and Ananias is going to take Missouri. So this map is new to me, like I was saying at the top. So I think it would be good to check out the bonuses. We'll look at the bonuses once Gus finishes up the round here. Zango going to take Michigan. That kind of leaves Minnesota for Gus. And all the players. Um, oh, shoot. I am blanking on the state south of Nebraska. I should know that. I believe also Ohio is tied with Virginia with the most American presidents from their state. Ooh, that's a good one. I did not know that. I knew Virginia was up there. Kansas. Thank you. Thank you, Carter. So no one got removed from Kansas, so I can't make the we're not in Kansas anymore joke. All right, so let's take a peek at the bonuses on the United States Midwest map. We have a +2 of Ohio. Honestly, that tracks. +3 for Indiana. And then every other state except for Iowa is a +4. Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota. Um, I think I said Wisconsin. Anyway, Iowa is your +5. I live in Iowa. I know our Midwest. Thank you, man. And I don't consider Michigan or Ohio as the Midwest. Really? Would you consider Michigan and Ohio as Northeast, like New England Northeast, or just Northeast? And then no wonder you play zombies so much. That's probably the greatest fear you have living out in the Midwest. If a zombie apocalypse comes, I'll head to Ohio or Iowa, excuse me, and see if I can find you. Ooh, I was gonna say yellow's about to get removed from Kansas, but that's not a huge deal because they're on the northern border. As a Pennsylvanian, I would consider Ohio and Michigan more Midwest than Northeast. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there, Crackle. I have family in Pennsylvania, and they would say the same thing. Sounds good. Thanks, man. Don't you think they should have done bonus troops by electoral votes? That would have been great. This would have been an extremely bonus heavy map. Okay, Pink comes in, decides to break Bertram and Zareki, and pumps a few troops into Zareki's stacks. Also, Bertram took the 4 trade. Um, Wellington took the 6, and Zango is taking the 8 trade. We have 3 trades on 3 in a row here. They're Great Lakes, not in the Midwest. Gotcha, the Great Lakes states. Okay. Okay, Zareki is in a bit of trouble here. 4 cards and 14 troops. I think Bertram has the kill here. Game slot doesn't really have a path over there. Would have to hit a pink 12. Gus taking the 10 trade. Oh no, that's not the 10 trade. He just has that many bonuses. Never mind. Ooh. Game slot trades does have a path in to take the Zareki kill. Gets excellent dice. Only loses 5 on Zareki's 12. GG's to Zareki. Takes the 10 trade from Zareki's hand there. Isn't going to follow it up with another kill. He might have had Bertram there, but honestly, it's not exactly worth it. The player that has cards that might be worth a kill is Gus, and he didn't really have a good path to going after Gus. But yeah, if they did this bonus troops by electoral votes, Ohio would be what, like plus 13? That'd be insane. And all the states on the west side of this map would be like 3s and 4s, which is honestly where it is right now. But Nebraska would actually be a special case, right? Because I think one of Nebraska's districts has its electoral vote assigned differently. Like Nebraska's like one of 2 states that's not a winner-take-all electoral vote state. So Nebraska would be like a split bonus inside of itself. I don't know. That would get too complicated. People would be like, yeah, SMG messed up with this one, um, because Nebraska is very confusing with how they do electoral votes. I think the other state that does it that way is Maine. All right, so who dies next on this board? Gus is gonna get what, the 15 trade? Yeah, which is what he was gonna get anyway. Bertram probably. Yeah, Bertram has the least amount of troops. And game slot is more lined up for Bertram. I wonder if so. Zango's 1 in the top right territory in Kansas. Does that connect to Wellington's 1 in the bottom left territory of Missouri? Because if that connects, then game slot can just sweep. Ooh, game slot removing Gus, or not removing Gus, slamming his stack. Game slot sets on 3 to slam a Gus stack. Not Prague. Oh, son of a gun! I'm not even following the settings. My bad. I should probably know the settings, huh? So after that slam, Gus might end up dying next. Gus doesn't have cards anymore without breaking one of his neighbors in the north. Zango's on 69 troops. We see the dab come out from Zango. And the little Among Us dab from Bertram. Zango's enough juice for Gus. He does. He's sending out the cry emoji. That might mean he's going to go for it. He's got to put everything on the 24 and just go ham. Running out of time, though. It does appear as though he's hesitating on the Gus kill. Yep, not going for it this turn. Gus will be allowed to trade. And neither of Gus's bonuses were broken. This gives him the opportunity to retaliate against game slot. No feeding from Gogu, especially with his dice. Yeah. Gonna slow roll his stack. Wow, takes 6 troops off. And has only lost 3 so far. There goes another 2. That's 9 troops to Gus's 3. And then Gus is going to go ahead and break game slot's other bonus. If I'm game slot, I slam Zango for not taking the kill and letting that happen. I could see that. Looks like game slot is just going to retake here. Isn't going to break. Yeah, game slot understands why Gus hit him. We have 3 games today. Okay, so I finally decided to stop being lazy. Here are the settings for the game we're in. U.S. Midwest, World Domination, no fog, no blizzards, no portals, auto placement, fixed cards, automated expert bots, 60-second turn timer, alliance is on, balance splits dice, no BC, no other modifiers. It looks like Pink is going deep into Gus's territory, only going to leave a Gus 24 stack alive. Zango could afford to go. Yeah, he probably could have. Yeah. So now, now Zango will be taking the kill. GG's to Gus. And Zango gets decent dice on Gus's final stack. Probably should not let Ananias hold 3 bonuses. If I was Zango there, I would have taken Minnesota. Just to say, if Pink is going to have that many bonuses, I may as well have that many bonuses too. Bertram, thinking about what he wants to do next. Could send his stack pretty much anywhere. Bertram should take Indiana. That makes sense. One of Bertram's 2 bonuses is the only +2 on the map. So certainly reasonable for him to take Indiana as a 3rd bonus. Gonna go ahead and break Pink, which still leaves Pink with 2 bonuses. Should have a long time ago, yeah. Doesn't fortify out. Looks like he ran out of time before he could fortify out. Pink gonna go ahead and remove Bertram from the trade pocket and break his bonus. Leaves him with Ohio, though. Even in risk, Ohio is not worth invading. Ohio's not worth the concern, apparently. Bertram saying well played. Zango should be able to take the Bertram kill here. The 38 should be enough to hit the 33. If that's not 100%, it's darn near close to it. Goes positive on it. GG's to Bertram. All right, Zango is probably the player that dies next. Only because he's got 2 bounties. I don't remember who took Zeraki's bounty. Is that Bertram that took Zeraki's bounty? I'm drawing a complete blank. But Zango took the other 2. He took the 2 most recent. Zango goes ahead and takes Kansas, has Ohio. Zango's on 4 bonuses. Game slot goes ahead and steals Kansas. Now I can make that terrible joke from earlier. Zango is not in Kansas anymore. All right, Pink, with a solid troop lead, was able to hang on to 3 bonuses. Goes ahead and takes Indiana. Nope. Gonna break game slot. And now game slot is not in Kansas anymore. Sorry, every time I see this map played, that's probably going to be the joke I go with. Yeah, Pink trying to feed game slot to Zango. um, which is not a bad play. Zango would take second with 3 bounties, um, and pink would take the W. So I think if you're Zango, you take that deal. Only winning matters. Oh, my mistake. I appreciate all you guys keeping me straight in the chat. Um, I've been busy with my own tournament, so I haven't been paying too much attention to some of the other ones, particularly ones I'm not participating in. But I do apologize. All right, and now we are in the 1v1. Zango's going to hit pink. He's going to hit Wellington as hard as he can. Does not have a terribly big stack. Wellington has the 10 set on 3. That could make all the difference. Fails the 2v1, would have to split to grab that. Trying to think if he wanted to take the long way or the short way through Ohio, decides to take all of it. Zango throwing out the GG. I assume they decided to team on each other instead of stalemate. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Hudson. I thought that as well when I fed Jax to Kill the Mamba. Oh, okay. Does Zango have enough juice to break Missouri? Can he break both? Gonna split here. He's gonna need to win 2 3v1s to get these breaks. Trying to hold out for a set. Did not have the set on 3. Succeeds in the breaks, but Wellington has an insane territory count advantage. He's going to get 12 troops just on territories this turn. Yep. No set required. That should be enough to button it up. Zango's laughing. Is he laughing because he doesn't have a set on 4 or because he has a dude trade? Wellington played this game very well. Is going to take the W. And we'll see the 5 runners-up of this game in Game 2. Yeah, some really good dice there from Wellington. No set for Zango. That's a bummer. Plus 30 for pink. That should be a GG. And Zango is in the group thread saying, "Sigh, Grogu with the luck." All right, so GG to Zango, and a very well played to Ananias Wellington. The pink player going to take the W of Game 1 for Octofinal Group 3 in the Player's Choice Invitational Tournament.